Updated the best strikers in FC 24. Beautiful people, what's happening? Welcome back to the channel. You always come alive for the strikers. This is gonna be that classic dirty Mike orientation. Let's get the freaking fire away, boys. Andre Silva, absolutely not. To the pine. Aubameyang, I like him. Foot champs for the beginning stage. Early iteration. He might move and groove. Good value. Alvarez been causing problems. He's got another version that's similar that also causes problems. I'm throwing him in with Aubameyang for now. Barnes. Yes, sir. Kareem the Dream into the foot champs is Balotelli. I'm even going rank 1. I have been having an absolute maniac performance with him. Does not make sense, but my results, my statistics, the goals that I'm scoring, the razzle and the dazzle, it is undeniable, pure proof that SPF, which I think has some sort of proof for sunscreen. Berbatov, it is an improvement. I have him, I packed him, I'm throwing him into the debate. I'm having a good time using him. That's the review, but he's still a little bit of a specialist, but he's got good footwork. Brolin, I think I have to keep him down in the pine. Our options are too deep. Butragueno is official with the whistle. Cantona, for me, he always ends up being broken. It's just the situation. It's the characteristics. I don't know if I have that bias. He fits the way that I want to play the game. And if you cross and you're looking for knockdowns, but you want skills and physicality, he does it all. Set pieces, not a problem. Did I mention he's aggressive? Casemiro, I don't know if I'm getting on board with this item. I might even move him down to the pine. I don't know if that's an early hot take. It's just how I'm feeling. No. Courtois with the big body. It is crazy to see a 6'6" striker goalkeeper mix up this early into the game. Johan Cruyffmeister has to be up front and active with it. The pine is reserved for all versions that we're going to get of Peter Crouch, unless EA does something crazy. Just magical. King Kenny, he's back. He's definitely returned with vengeance. Noticeable difference. Also, hey, shout out if you noticed the Metro Stars kit. Full fitted. Please, someone in the comment section, don't let me down. Know about the Metro Stars. David's always been someone I've been on board with. I just think I have to start getting a little more strict. I'm not proud about that choice. Jonathan, I'm sorry. Del P, clean and crispy. I don't love the price point. I think for now he's going in foot champs. I don't like Memphis. I'm not talking about the city. Been there multiple times. St. Jude. Shout out to what they're doing at the Children's Hospital. But Memphis Depay, I'm actually going to put him to the pine. I just don't resonate with using him in game. That might be a crazy take. He's not that good. For me, he's not that good. Di Maria, I can still work with. Foot champs. What an early adoption of an item. This Jota, it's a little bit on the slide. Remember, he was free RS. You could pick him up for next to nothing. Actually, entirely free. Objective status. Here you go. Gift-a-roo. Debate. Jekko. I don't go up against him that often. Low levels of frequency. One of the best strikers throughout my era in terms of consistency. Classic number 9. I'm building him up. I love the football angle. In game, I'm just not getting much from it. That's the reality. If you want him in the debate, I'm not mad at that. I just don't think he goes beyond that point. Di Natale, I'm going to inch into rank 1, but players are catching up to him. Didier Drogba. What a man. Big game player. I don't know what to do with him. He might be more debatable, but I go up against people that absolutely crush my hope and my dreams. They got to put him into at least rank 1. Therefore, I'm taking the law of averages for the macro, and we're going to foot champs. Landon Donovan, I wanted him in as an American, but we need more. That's where we're at. Dybala, from a value standpoint, again, if you're looking at getting yourself a discount pickup, I know you have the fodder, good material. Samuel Eto'o, rank 1, part of the OG crowd for that through ball merchant. It doesn't get much more dangerous than Sammy in those types of through ball scenarios. Attacking movement is a little bit better than the majority of the competitors and the competition and the players that you can choose from. Eusebio still has to be up top. A lot of you have done that SBC or at least started it. I know that there's a process. Forlan has done a lot for our club. Is there a bias? Sure. Do I have appreciation for this gentleman throughout even previous years? Absolutely. Brand new Argentinian. I don't know if I can start just sticking folks in foot champs because players are getting caught up to. Is he really on the same level up front as a Kareem the Dream? I don't think I could justify it. Giroud gives me a little more than Jekko, so I'll put him into the debate. Gomez gives me a little bit less than a lot of players. It's unfortunate. Even Govu, again, Item's been like lurking. Sydney will still turn you. I mean, he have you thinking twice. You have to respect the pace and the burner. And for that reason, I'm going to give him the nod. I'm going to give him the nod. Griezmann's been causing problems all dang year. You could pick a version as well, whether it's his baseline gold, the rule breaker, the Champions League. Something about him. Haaland, I'm confused with what to do. He's really close to broken for me. People that use Haaland heavy, and I played with him the last weekend league. He gives you a ton of goals. He draws penalty kicks. He can get on the back end of a counterattack. You have to respect the pressure that he applies. Through balls, crosses. He's acrobatic. This is my reality. He's not better for me than who's already in broken. But I almost need him to have a little bit of a category because he's so unorthodox and unusual and just physical and powerful that he does offer something that's just different. Mia Hamm. Yes, ma'am. I hope to get an opportunity to meet Mia Hamm at some point. If you've watched my videos this year, you've probably realized that she's had a lot of influence on my life and my upbringing in the football or the soccer space. A woman that has not had that same influence. No, no, no. To the pine we go. I want to give Henry the bump. You can see this icon theme up front. Is he there? He's definitely better than he's ever been. I would take him over our current rank 1, but he could be in that Haaland category of maybe right on the cusp, just below the best of the best, but better than the majority of the high-end performers. Hernandez, a little one-dimensional. He's on that through ball pathway, but I need more from him. Højlund. This is a clear debate, which doesn't actually make that much sense. A clear debate, a bit of an oxymoron. But if you're a United fan, I could see you pushing him further. But if we're just talking virtual activation, appreciation, output, you can do better. Iago Aspas, just for his consistency and continuity. And it's a better item than he normally gets. Every year we see upgrades, and every year you're not intimidated by him. This has been one of the better. Immobile, just not meta. Never meta. I don't care that they upgraded his skills and they upgraded the weak foot, and I'm not intimidated. Not scared. Never scared. And to move the culture forward, it is free to subscribe. Highly appreciated. Gabby Jesus, Mr. Jesus. I've always liked him as a personal preference. Quick movement, agile, side to side, responsiveness. It's good to go. He's that type of player. This João Pedro is still torching me. I don't even know if foot champs is enough. I might backtrack a little bit. Causing problems. It's making me upset. I haven't lost a controller via João Pedro, but I've been close. Harry Kane, and what a season he has had. I hope that he gets into the team of the year. If you're watching this, that has not been announced officially yet. He deserves it. Whether he's a starter or a 12th man, he definitely deserves a position in the team of the year campaign, and that item should be more usable. He's still a little too one-dimensional, but fantastic passing, can finish from anywhere, but doesn't have some of that meta goodness. You have to build a team around him. Kanu, I don't think you're going to enjoy. I'd like for him to be better, truly, and I mean that hearts of hearts. Never see her in rotations, but I'm still going to give her the debate. Am I pushing it? Maybe. I think we had nearly 100 players for this video. We're going hard when it comes to these tiers. We're just adding more and more and more. We're giving you the detail, the fine lines. Sam Kerr, still disruptive and destructive. And oh, if I put Sam in rank 1, Kareem's got to go up. Maybe Kareem should already be up. I've had such a good year with Kareem Benzema. I just don't like these card designs or item designs. One of the worst visuals we've had in a long time. It just sticks out, but like a sore thumb. I don't like it. Miroslav, it's going to be a no-go. If you want to try to force it, by all means. I'll give Clivert a debatable, but even that, it's maybe questionable. Some of you might put him into the pine because of the options that this list presents. These are the best of the best. No price points, no limitations, none of that. I should have mentioned these players have to be able to play as a striker organically from a position swap or even as their mainstay. It has to be authentic. Kolo Muani, he is going to have you wanting to ruin things. Absolute disruptor in the community. So sweaty. Henrik Larsson, down to the pine. Lewandowski, I'm going to give him foot champs. He's so darn good with the finishing and the positioning, inside, outside the box, attacking movement. I wish he was a little bit faster, but I'm not here to be critical of Lewandowski. Lineker's a no-go to the pine. LaBelle, still a one-man counterattack. I see him used a little more deadly as almost a super sub of choice, but an absolute demon time type of weekend league player. Lukaku, off GP of how he torches me day in and day out. Foot champs. He's not my style of player. I've been on the record with that take multiple occasions, but he does the business against me. Lacazette has been surpassed. I'd say the same for Lautaro. It's good value. 89 overall. That's not an expensive SBC, but I'm not excited. Cunha, another freebie item. If I recall, was an objective. Didn't make anyone's team or rotation. Mbappe.
Here's a chance. Killing Mbappe. Just looking for Marquinhos. And there's Mbappe. Tackled. And then
You can pick a version. I would happily go on record, even with the gold Mbappe, and put him into broken. He's just meant for this category. Mbappe changes the way that you play, both offensively if you have him, and defensively if you're going up against him. It's a big statement. Very few players make you feel that uncomfortable. Dries Mertens, and I packed this item, and I wanted him to be better than what he was, or what he is. Messi, oh, it gets tricky. Is he joining this broken category? He's close. Still some of the cleanest, crispy touches you could ask for. Just controlled in all situations and scenarios. Is able to give you that left foot that's been given only from one man. I might come back to that. I'm tempted to give Messi broken. Let me fill this out a little bit further. Work with me. If that wasn't clear, there will be a full review at the end of the video with finalizing positions. Melito, I'll give him a debate. I don't love him. Alex Morgan has been the real deal anytime I've used her. I'm tempted to put her into rank 1 just because the skill moves and the explosion and the finishing and the results and the stat lines that I'm getting, that are all authentic. She gets busy with the best of them. Muller, I don't see in that many rotations, and I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to be negative. I think rank 1 is right. I love his hair. It feels right. I don't think that he's quite joined the next step up. Morientes stays living in the debatable game. Mane, at least for the foot champs, harder to get links with him this year, which has most definitely impacted the regularity or the frequency that we see him in the squads. Nkunku, even though he hasn't necessarily been in action, rank 1 is the place that he has to be. It's pretty clear. He's got a playstyle plus and technical. He has a solid track record or proof of concept throughout previous FIFA installments. He's patch proof. Openda with some upgrades. I don't know. Does he have enough to go foot champs? Because the R1 dribbling got reduced, Openda's value also has a reduction. Oshuala. Yeah, you don't want to see her. Another terrifying sight. No denying that. Osimhen's not doing it for me. I know this was an expensive item. I remember when he was released, I said that he was overpriced. Maybe it's just not my style of player, or I'm not resonating. I'm not maximizing. It is what it is. Michael Owen has a new item that I believe is a winger by positional and trait and all that, which means you will see him featured in a future video. This version, not enough. Papin, who I unfortunately packed, not enough. Pop is not popping nothing. She's staying on the bench in the reserves. She's getting inserted into an SBC. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Prince, you can join her. I keep saying it. It's on repeat, but she's the Miroslav of the German woman icon introductions. No bueno. I need to learn some more German words because I just attached some subpar Spanish into that placement. Pele only has one position. That's not changing. If you get the honor of pack pulling or picking up or making some market plays, congratulations. That Brazilian is official and has been a fantastic ambassador to the sport. May he rest easy. We appreciate you. Puskas. Oh, man. He is so dangerous. What are we doing here? We shaking up the room? I'm so frustrated that EA won't upgrade his weak foot because that's what holds him back. Even with that issue, and it is an issue, I'm still tempted to get him into broken. Puskas has the smoke show, the dribbling, the turn and the burn outside of the boot will help you with that weak foot. I'm going to go ahead and give him the move upward. He doesn't always get the respect that he probably deserves and causes plenty of problems. Raul, I am most definitely a fan. Loved watching Raul in action, and I still pull up his highlights every couple weeks. Hit the YouTube one time for the one time. Prolific goal scorer. Rashford, I didn't know if he should have been a winger or a striker. Maybe you can help me clarify. I don't know if we can hit polls in this YouTube video, if that's possible yet. Maybe I have to put something together as a community post. Because of his height, I almost feel that he's better built to be a striker, but I see him used in both roles. Riquelme, and I want this to work. I don't know that he's moved into foot champs, but he's gotten better. It's definitely improvement compared to his midfield item, which leaves so many questions and concerns. Rodrigo, oh, that Trailblazer. That one still constantly getting playing time for yours truly. R9, and I would say you could expect some sort of upgrade at some point this year. Whatever they're gonna name the R9 destruction, best striker in the game, clarification, gravitation, elevation, and elimination. Cristiano, is he there? Is he there? I think he is. Broken for Cristiano. I'm looking forward to this review, but he's still got something about him. Wayne Rooney. So many stats in the right places. For sure, foot champs. I've got to start tightening up a little bit. We have more players than normal in broken in rank 1. You might see Balotelli sticking out like a sore thumb. He's got the Santa cap on or the Santa hat on, and he's an 86. I think I'm staying true with them. That's where I'm at. Ian Rush. No, don't do that to yourself. Salah to the top. This whole year, been a maniac. Hugo Sanchez. With this group, probably more into the debate. Alan Shearer, you don't want to do it. I'm sorry. I'd like to work with it. He has an upgrade item that probably should be in this category. I think it was a center attacking mid. Either way, I would put that item here also, and he'd still be in the pine. If you want to move him to the debate, happy to do so. Anything that allows him to be usable. We're almost at a point where Shevchenko doesn't even make it into a debatable, just with the options. Tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm lying. I feel like I'm telling all truths. Cat Williams style. Smith, good to go. Gonna slot her into foot champs. The other Smith, I actually think the 89 with Sophia is a little bit better, to the point that I'm actually gonna give her the notch. I'm bringing her up to rank 1. She's still crushing. Smaller rec, I'm not ready to move him out of being weekend league approved, but he is definitely lagging. Needs an upgrade, needs an improvement. Solskjaer, you're forcing that. Sun, good money. You could pick a version. I have the Inform currently that I packed. We have the SBC. You have the Rule Breaker. And we're knocking on the door of the next promo inclusion. Talisca, I love him. Absolutely co-sign and stand by him. I'm going to put him into foot champs for now. I don't know that he can break into this group of rank 1. But for the price, he'd be a little bit higher up. And I just made a video with the top 100 players for under 100K. Talisca will be featured in that. Carlos Tevez. Yes, that was the upgrade he needed. Everything that was a concern with the previous variation of Carlos Tevez has been solidified with that upgrade, the Marvel joint. And I love all the dynamic images. EA did a great job with that partnership or collaboration. Marcus Thuram. My voice feeling raspy. Shuker, who I have a lot of personal appreciation for. We've had some good years. He has an upgraded item that will be featured in the winger video. And I don't want to make a spoiler, but he won't be in the pine. This version in the pine, that version, we're moving on up. Even though I would prefer to play the winger version as a striker. And I'm working on that video of the best out of position players. If you would like your comment featured, put one down below. Fernando Torres in all his glory and greatness. Clear rank 1 with the face mask. Come on. Trezeguet. I didn't even realize Trezeguet had an upgrade for his striker version. He just had an SBC featuring Trezeguet as a center mid. That is the first time I've been somewhat interested in Trezeguet. And I hate that. It's just the reality. Van Basten, a couple of you will swear by him, but he's not easy to use. But we'll put him into the debate. There's enough there, I think, to start a conversation, to make a narrative. I don't know that Virgil van Dijk should have made it into this video. He'll definitely be featured in the center back. He could technically play as a striker. He's not built to be a striker. He doesn't have the skills or the goal scoring capabilities. I kind of feel like I should leave him out because I know Zweback used him as a striker and had some success with it, but if you're playing him as a striker, he's going to be in the pine. However, if you use him as a center back, you have an idea where he's heading. Van Nistelrooy, nope. Just take the goalkeeper item and If you want to put him into motion, there you have it. RVP, Van Persie. Recent downgrade. He's not fitting the meta. I'm not happy about it. As you can see, Ollie Watkins, same situation. Pine. John Luca, I'll give him a debatable. 91 overall. Not getting terrible value there. Ian Wright, it makes me sad that EA has not necessarily done right by Ian Wright. We have that upgraded SBC, but he's in a different position. And the worst part was the price, but it was 550, 600,000 coins, somewhere in that range for the SBC, which is outrageous, even though they gave him improvements and noticeable and needed improvements. But make him attainable. Price him right. People love this man. Callum Wilson, no go, but he was free. If I recall, that was an objective. I had him. Zola, again, probably a downgrade. Normally, I would have him at least in foot champs, but look at some of his competition for this position. There's a lot of players. Timo Werner with the burner. Still annoying, but I don't know that he's solidified or guaranteed himself into foot champs. Let's get into the review. Maybe I'm coming in harsh. I cannot remember a video that I've done with 4 rows of the pine. So maybe we'll adjust one of these players. I gave plenty of hate mail towards Memphis Depay. But for the macro, I have a feeling plenty of you will have him at least in the debate. I just have something against him, clearly. I don't mean it. Maybe he's a bogey player when I use him. I don't know. In fact, you let me know, because I feel like there has to be players that you have situated into teams that other people swear by and you didn't like them. Memphis Depay is one of those guys for me. I don't know what to do with Virgil van Dijk as a striker. That's the review. Moving on up. I don't know. I'm not sure. Even Osimhen, his price at one point this year was close to 1 million coins. He's down to like 100K, maybe 150K. That's not by accident. I'm not feeling loving. I'm feeling strict today. So let's get to the top. Talisca, I really love and have a deep affiliation and positive affirmation with the performance that he has had at Mediocre Cloud FC. Even Alex Morgan, maybe when I use her, I think most of you would have her more foot champs, but I'm crushing. When she gets into motion, I'm crushing. She's going up. João Pedro, my respect, my fear is growing going up against him as well. I'm going to go ahead and give him the notch. When you get to rank 1, detective work, are we making a case? I'm still tempted with Messi. He has a certain uniqueness to him. I'll front load rank 1 with a few priority players. Holland makes an argument. Even this Tevez, he's a pit bull, but remember, those skills are up. The weak foot, it's up. All your critiques or takeaways with Tevez, Butragueno, always someone that is dangerous. Griezmann, dangerous. But this is already rank 1. We're giving a lot of credit. I think Salah is more broken than Messi. They're similar, they're close. They're different with how they play, but if anything, Messi is a bit of a specialist. Salah might be more meant for the meta as it stands. There's more debate, and from the icon standpoint, they're clear cut. There's one argument that you might make, and I'll hear it, and I understand it. My ears, I don't have headphones on. I don't have earmuffs. I got nothing going on. But Cantona, for me, stays in broken. And that's where we're wrapping it up. Let me know your thoughts. I'm sure this was a long video. We talked about a lot of players. I want to do updates for each of the key positional categories. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop some love on the video, share it around the community, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP. And if you want the gameplay, second channel, the playbook, a lot of these players will be in motion.